"We're finished," ISIS fighter admits defeat after surrendering to soldiers in Syria. The elderly jihadi surrendered to President Bashar al-Assad's troops near the Zumrani crossing in the western region of Kulimaun. A reporter said to be working for Hezbollah filmed the bearded, gray-haired man as he sat in a truck along with two other men. They are seen laughing at first, before the ISIS fighter becomes more solemn and thoughtful. According to AMN News, the reporter asks, "Why did you surrender?" The terrorist soldier replies, "Because we're finished." ISIS' brutal grip on both Syria and Iraq is crumbling, and the sight of a supposed jihadist surrendering rather than fighting to the death suggests the group, and its evil ideology, is beginning to wane. This week it was reported that around 100 ISIS fighters surrendered to U.S. troops in Manbij, and were allowed to walk free in exchange for hundreds of hostages. The cowardly would-be terrorists were escorted out of the city by drone, and are still being monitored, according to Colonel Chris Garver, a spokesman for U.S. coalition forces in Syria. It is thought to be the first time Islamic State soldiers have surrendered to American soldiers without any bloodshed. AMN News also cited Syrian government reports of more than 50 ISIS militants giving up their guns and handing themselves over to Syrian Arab Army in western Kulimaun. This week, the embattled death cult tried to re-establish its reputation for ruthlessness by slaughtering 5 of its own leaders on accusations of cowardice. A paramilitary official from the Shia-led al-Hashd al-Shabi, Popular Mobilization Units, revealed the terror group turned on its The Killer Quintet in central Iraq and sentenced them to death on Tuesday. He said, ISIS executed 5 leaders in Anat town, west of Ramadi, and punished others. The group accused the slain and punished leaders of reluctance, especially after several members were killed and injured by army and paramilitary troops over the past few days. But any thoughts that terror attacks like those seen in the UK were a thing of the past were destroyed on Thursday, when jihadists in a double attack in Spain. While conventional war in the Middle East might be being won, a security expert this week warned that ISIS' message of hate was still infecting the West. Will Geddes said terror attacks had become the new normal and that security forces would have to do more to intercept radical messages presented to vulnerable people. He said a diminishing ISIS would lead to more attacks in the West after at least 14 people were killed in 2 attacks in Barcelona and Cambrils. The analyst told Talk Radio's Julia Hartley-Brewer, "I think we have to be philosophic about the fact this is the new normal unfortunately we live in. I think the hardest complexity to try to resolve or find a solution to it is trying to get to the nub of what are the motivations. Now, unfortunately, we have a vast majority of disenchanted and disgruntled individuals out there that feel life's given them certain hardships or that they don't have any purpose or any kind of target in life. Therefore, they have aligned themselves to some kind of radical belief like Islamic extremism, and as a direct result of that, it's very difficult to try and find a remedy or a solution to counter that.